These clothes are for us.
Mama Ifunanya was known in Umwagu village for one habit. She always washed her clothes in the evening and left them outside overnight. She believed the cool night breeze dried clothes better than the hot sun. Every evening after supper, she would carefully hang her wrappers, blouses, and children's clothes on the line. Under the moonlight, the clothes swayed gently while Mama Ifunanya went inside to sleep. One morning, she stepped outside to pack them and noticed that her favorite wrapper was missing. She stood still for a moment, stared at the empty space on the line, and laughed softly. Maybe the wind carried it away, she thought. She brushed the thought aside and went about her day at the market. That evening, as usual, she washed more clothes and hung them outside. The moon rose full and bright, watching silently. When morning came, 2 blouses were gone. This time, Mama Ifunanya felt uneasy, but she said nothing. She did not want to sound foolish over missing clothes. Her neighbor, Enkay, noticed the worry on her face and spoke to her gently. She warned her not to leave clothes outside at night. Mama Ifunanya laughed it off and asked who would steal clothes while everyone was asleep. That night, she hung the clothes outside again. But something else was awake. At midnight, the compound became strangely quiet. Even the crickets stopped singing. From the bush behind the compound, a bent old woman stepped out. Her eyes glowed faintly, and her feet barely touched the ground. She walked straight to the clothesline and touched the wrappers gently, as though greeting old friends. One by one, she wore them over her torn rags. Before the cock crowed, she disappeared into the bush. In the morning, Mama Ifunanya screamed. Almost all her clothes were gone. Fear finally entered her heart. She ran to Nkay's house, shaking as she told her what had happened. Enkay listened and whispered that this was not the work of a human being. Together, they went to see the village elder, Pa Okafor. He listened quietly and struck the ground with his staff. He told them that some visitors borrowed human clothes to complete their night rituals. Mama Ifunanya's legs grew weak as fear settled deep inside her. Pa Okafor warned her not to challenge the night alone. Still, Mama Ifunanya wanted her clothes back. That night, she stayed awake and hid near her window. The moon rose again, cold and bright. At midnight, the air changed. The same old woman appeared. Mama Ifunanya watched as she wore the last wrapper on the line. Anger rose and defeated her fear. She shouted and demanded her clothes back. The old woman turned slowly. Her eyes burned like fire, and she laughed, a dry, hollow laugh. She said that since the clothes were left for the night, they now belonged to them. Mama Ifunanya collapsed in fear. When she woke up, it was morning. She was weak and sick for many days. Pa Okafor gathered the villagers and cleansing rites were performed. Charms were placed around Mama Ifunanya's compound. That night, the clothes returned, neatly folded at her doorstep. They smelled of damp earth and bush leaves. Mama Ifunanya never wore them again. From that day on, no one in Umwagu left clothes outside after sunset. Elders began to tell children the story of the night visitor. They warned that the night borrows what people abandon. Until today, when the moon rises in Umwagu, clotheslines stand empty, because some visitors still walk at night.